Alright, I've got a plan. We'll do it in two parts. We'll do cutting the shelf, and then we'll go get your thing, and I'll come back and film another part. So, hello and welcome. And apparently it's just you that has something to comment. Well, obviously said.
First.
And you didn't even like the stream. And you've self-pinned it. Featuring this guy. I didn't even put him in the title sequence. Well, but, yeah, hello and welcome. Episode 142. We're not far off 50. Or 150. Of these streams. So, that's embarrassing. In this magical card. In today's stream, we're pretty much going to be getting started on the Revenge of the Sith shelf, which these ones were kind of easy, right? The original trilogy stuff, I was able to get done relatively simply because there wasn't a lot of stuff to move. The prequel shelves. This is interesting. I am joined by Terra Killer T1, who I'll have to drop out the game. He's playing Lego Jurassic World. Yeah, check out his channel. He is the pinned comment. Hey there, how's it going? But in today's stream, we are finally going to tackle these shelves here. As I said, there's only a two parts, so you'll get episode 143 later. And who knows, maybe I'll extend. I've not done a long stream. I'm debating doing something here, actually. I want to get a room tour out within the next week. So, here's what we'll do. I'm going to do all three prequel shelves tonight. That's the plan. Because there's nothing broken on them for the most part. It's going to be easy to do. So you'll get part one, which is right now. So part one, I will clear all the nonsense off the shelves that isn't good to go. You know, like I got these, which I bought a whole bunch of at the Lego store. That's for an upcoming project. You'll see some of that in a live stream. We're not doing any of that right now. Stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan. So, Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, basically everything that's not the sets will go on the bed. And we'll go from there. So this will be the shorter half of two streams. Because before I have to go back to work and do all that other stuff, I'd rather this was all done. Plus, with the amount of additions I've made to this room, the room tour will probably be like, I think usually it's like, what, a 20-minute video? And the sock has I'm putting socks on, I don't know what the hell's going on. Right. We have to go pick up parcels, and we're also going to grab some other stuff while we're out. I'd like to go to Argos and Sainsbury's if that's cool with you. Alright? Yeah. So, let me show you. I'm actually not going to show you, it's that bad. But we've got a lot to work with here. Essentially, just anything that's not the sets, coming straight off the shelf. We'll go from there. I'll be reading comments, responding, usual streamer stuff.
Peekaboo. Many people just say no. I'm gonna actually save the next set and maybe play a different one. Noises. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go through my achievements. I'll go back there. And they 2, 3.
I'm back. I was feeding the dogs. Are they saying something? Or are you looking for a game? I recommend you try some of that one's campaign. That one's... If you enjoyed Modern Warfare 2, I recommend you try that campaign. Yeah, hey, how's it going? But, yeah, we're going to be focusing on this shelf. This is my co-host, this guy. He's the pinned comment. Check out his channel. It's worth doing. According to me. That's just pot noodle. Anyway, so we're going to get started. I was up there. That's fine. Well, that's not a cup holder, damn it. Hello, Remo. How many games do you have on yours? Well, less than me. Right. I thought you'd have more. So don't mind moving things over here because I've still not been to IKEA. I've still not bought a corner shelf because I'm lazy. Can we remember we have to do that? Not today.
I have a few realizations.
What?
You know how I had the realization of my Skylanders?
What do you mean?
I need to scan all of them in each game.
Yeah. You still got to do that.
I just realized there's a few games.
So we're just removing everything from the shelf at the moment? Yeah, I must have.
Few games I had achievements for on the other one that I didn't have on this one. So I'm gonna have to replay and get them again.
Is that bad?
No, but it sucks.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I need to do it for a second. I have some of them. I had a lot of the harder GTA 4 ones, and that game has some hard achievements. And it's stuff you wouldn't think would be hard to get, but it would surprise
the Arkham games I need to do it for.
But yeah, we're just clearing everything off the shelf. We're doing all 3 prequel shelves, just provide some content. I want to do a properly long stream later, at least an hour and a half longer. Like, but you know, I don't want to get to towards the end of the hour and be stuff to do. So, you know, where I'm trying to fill time. That's not what I'm here for. So, start moving all of these pick-a-brick cups. These are some of the bags I'm just keeping parts and stuff in. We throw them over there onto the bed. That's perfect. That's the bugger. We'll throw that there. Cable that he's putting here. That's brilliant. It's the webcam we used to film on for the TikTok live streams. But I'm doing this so that I'm just left with the bare Revenge of the Sith stuff. I'll read your comments in 1 second. There's Tantive. I don't know where the hell that probably got there as well before. I'll put it up here temporarily. I mean, it doesn't look right, but it can sit up there for now. Speed said in the comments. I still need to get the Venator. That's one of the ones I don't have. These are the Lego pick-a-brick boxes. I've got these for an upcoming project. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, I'll show you what we're working with. So you come over down here, get in there. So you roughly see this is going to be the Sith, Attack of the Clones, and so on. So arrange this in a way that looks decent. So that's kind of what we're going to get working on. Because, you know, we got these ones more or less looking how I want them to look. You know, we've got a good start on them. You left these cans. Right, going well though. On the window and stuff, all that. We've just been sitting gaming all day, so yeah. No, I don't own any sequel sets. I'm not a fan of the sequels. Right, let's get all the stuff that doesn't need to be here off. He also left his Jaffa cakes there. Thank you. I saw the sequels. I saw 2 of them in the cinemas. I saw Rogue One. I did not like. I like Rogue One, but I don't like. I hate 7, 8, and 9. It was not. It was not good. I have nothing else to say other than they are just not very good. Right, so covering everything off. It doesn't need to be. A couple of things that I am noticing will need to be fixed, but that can all be done easily enough. So this is a half an hour stream. We've only got another 15 minutes left on this one. Come back later where we'll really go full force into this. So that's more or less everything that will have to stay on this shelf. Some of the things do still need fixed. Yes, that is Jabba. Right, so this is just like bags of parts that I do need to go through, organise, all that kind of stuff. Not the type to do that one yet either, but this should just be the pod racers and Gungan stuff. Excuse me. I also got this pretty big one as well that needs organising. There's just stuff like that in my collection. It's kind of unavoidable when you have a bigger collection not to have stuff like that. But you know, these shells here turned out, so I don't know, maybe the Tantive, maybe. What do I think of the Tantive up there? Are we sold? I'm not sure. Yeah, W. Right. Got all this stuff here quickly clear. Now, I've had these sitting around for the better part of what, maybe 2-3 weeks. So these are all parts that I ordered. Now they're not for a project or anything like that. I have the 2012 Gungan sub down there, and it's a set that I bought used maybe what 4 or 5 years ago. And the set, granted, needs a good dusting, but it has some yellowed parts on it. So that's what those are, to replace the few bits that have just been ruined over the years. What else have we got in here? We've got Sebulba's Pod Racer. These Pod Racers can be very fragile sets. There's don't like touching those ones that much. Apparently Anakin's pod racer, which is also in here, suffered a little bit of damage. Usually fixed. These are some pretty underrated sets. You can pick these pod racers up for... These can be picked up for like relatively cheap as well, as far as, you know, early 2010s prequel sets go. Because that tends to be a semi-expensive market. We can set up there for now as I quickly get down here and make just everything removed that has to be sifted and sorted through, which again is for the live stream later on. Very long live stream, like I said, hour to an hour and a half is what I'm aiming for. I'd say very long. Someone will comment, oh, that's not a long stream. I stream for 6-7 hours. Yeah, well, not quite what I'm looking for today. There we go. Well, we've kind of achieved part 1 in all of this. Let's fix this pod racer stand quickly. There we go. And we've got to move some ones back down. So like I said, some things I do need to repair still are here. Maybe I've just not had the chance to actually sit and repair them. But, as I was saying, all the parts I've actually got sitting there for pretty much all of them. I've got the bags as well that have the parts, so... Oh. But I've cleared all the stuff out that needs to be removed, so it's really a case of to start organising and getting all that stuff done, and it'll look great. Like I said, coal more self, I mean, that's actually a part here that I need. Those are 2 pieces of a name, so add to the pile we got going on there. But this all gets sorted out eventually. I've got like random stuff up. Chrome Stormtrooper to need to deal with, and Hans Moman. But you know, we'll get on to more of this later on. We are actually quickly jump out and grab some things. But yeah, so what time's it now? It's coming up for 6 o'clock, right? I aim to be live again by 8. So 8 o'clock on will be a longer stream. See you there.